We got Sabrina Teenage Witch Season 5, Episode 1, Every Which Way But Loose. Okay, so this episode starts off as a therapy session where everyone's talking about, like the breakups with their boyfriends, and Sabrina's talking about how Harvey broke up with her after he found out she was a witch, which I'm like, I get, there's kind of like a thing that people, I guess Harvey's found out Sabrina went multiple times and found out he was cool with it. I think he broke up with her because he was, you know, didn't like being lied to all this time. But anyway, Sabrina comes back from, and even Sam the cat's there, and he's sad that he's like, Harvey was my best friend, and yeah, and they only had a friendship in that one episode where he was put under the duo spell. Yeah, he's put under that duo spell. So I guess like you'll yeah. So then after the new intro, which this new intro is called "Living Life on Your Own," I think it's called. It's the first theme to have actual lyrics. It's a new intro. But anyway, Sabrina comes back from the, from the Hilda and Zelda, they're kind of sad that Sabrina's leaving, and they're kind of, they're trying to, figure out a way, change her, room for her, but Sabrina comes back saying, yeah, I'm gonna move out. I'm gonna live college bound. I'm gonna do what normal people do, go to Adams, be herself, but Hill and Zelda, they're not okay with this. So they try to change everything. They try to change Sabrina's house into awful places. Sabrina's apartments into awful places, so she'll stay. And after it, Sabrina's like, I can't believe all those places were awful. And Hilda's like, oh, I can't believe they were awful too. Outing herself, and she's like, it was Zelda's fault why she did it, and Zelda's like, we have a right to remain silent, and Sabrina's like, I can't believe you guys did that, until she gets a call from off campus saying that they'll have her in. She's like, sure, I'll go, and Sam the cat's like, yeah, I'll go too, and Sabrina's like, Sam the cat, I don't think you can come with me. And he's like, yeah, and Helen and Zelda are, sad that the little Sabrina has grown up into a young adult. Which, yeah, they were originally going to change the title to Sabrina Teenage Witch to Sabrina, but Archie Comics wouldn't let that happen. The people who own Archie Comics, there was already a comics called Sabrina, so they didn't. I feel like I should just rename this show to Sabrina the Young Adult Witch. What do you guys think? Should I keep saying, what's up guys, Beckham Me's here, we got Sabrina the Young Adult Witch here. Just, yeah, well anyway, Sabrina moves in, she meets her new, she meets her friend named Morgan, who only focuses on herself and her dates. And she also meets her new roommate, Roxy King, Roxy doesn't like cheery people. She's like the dark roommate. She doesn't like cheery people. She never giggles. She never laughs. She never smiles. She doesn't like Sabrina's perky attitude. And yeah, she basically just kicks Sabrina out of her. She basically says, yeah, you're not coming into our apartment. You can sleep on the couch. She meets Miles. Sabrina meets Miles, like a paranormal activities guy who's obsessed with paranormal activity. And the guy says, don't go into his room. That's his room. So, yeah. And Sabrina, and Sam the cat is like, Sabrina's thinking bread, but Sam the cat's like, hey, you can use your magic. You should go for it. And she's like, I know one person that can go. You. And he's like, ah, and falls back into the spellman house. So, yeah. So yeah. So Sabrina doesn't want to Sam's level of using magic to get her way out of things. So yeah, she's actually a young adult woman now. Now she doesn't want. She feels like Yeah, and also, yeah, last episode, Harvey hit his spell quota, as I said, last season, meaning that if he continued on, Sabrina wouldn't have been able to use her spells on him because, I, yeah, anyway, back to this, just saying that, but didn't mention it in my review. Anyway, then I didn't have to mention it here. Anyway, Sabrina's about to use her magic, and she's like, I don't want to stoop to Sam's level. And, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, but then Hilda and Zelda just show up, just put their faces in a pot, and I waffle iron and a teapot, and it's just so creepy. And then and then and then Serena attempts to call them, and they're like, "Hey, we're right here." And she's like, "You're watching me?" And she's like, now you're gonna go in, and you're gonna, now you're gonna go in, and you're gonna get your room back." And she knocks on the door, and she's like, and Rock's like, "Yeah," and she's like, Serena's like, "Yeah, I'm here to get this room is basically both of ours, so we need, like say that ours." And Roxy's like, I basically know who you are. You're like the achievement, the kind person who has a nice boyfriend, who likes curricular activities. I know your type. And she's like, our type? Yeah. And she's like, your type. And basically, yeah. And they basically, like, yeah. And they basically say how her father lives in the other realm, which now we know her father is. Her father lives in the other realm. And yeah, her father lives in the other realm. And basically, yeah. So she goes, and Roxy's like, hey, I'll get you your stuff, and I'll get you your stuff. And Salem the cat's like, hey, I'm not gonna come back and rejoin. And she's like, nope. And she's like, I'm really gonna like it here. And yeah, and Hilton's all that, So basically, this premiere was really good. I really enjoyed this one. Really good premiere for the show. I'm still gonna do Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm not stopping Buffy. I might do it today. Do 3 episodes of Buffy today. And yeah, so what did I think of this season premiere? I like this song. The song, which has actual lyrics for once. I thought, yeah, season threes had just had no lyrics, and season fours just had the word secret over and over. But this one has actual lyrics from the start of the song to the end of the song. Yeah, this is the first time this Sabrina does not have her golden hair. This time she has strawberry blonde hair, and yeah, because she changed her hairstyle. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, and I'll see you next Sabrina the Teenage Witch.